This is what they told me to tell y'all, right here. Every single resident
chose to lie, implicate this man, and drag him through this experience from 2000.
The latest developments in the Tiffany Henyard saga have raised serious concerns after her lawyer made a critical mistake. This blunder has many questioning whether Henyard will lose everything as a result. If the error proves fatal, it could mark the end of her career as we know it. With all eyes on her legal troubles, people are wondering if this will be the final blow for Henyard, or if she still has a chance to recover from the missteps and missed court opportunities that have plagued her case. Stay updated by subscribing for the latest news. Let's dive in.
You do not stand with me, and I want you to step down.
The mayor of Dalton, Tiffany Henyard, lashed out at her board of trustees during another tense meeting.
She vetoed the board.
Tiffany Henyard, the controversial mayor of Dalton, has stunned everyone with a bold new move. This time, it's even more dramatic. She's hired a lawyer renowned for handling some of the nation's most infamous cases. It's not about her extravagant spending or heated board meetings anymore. Something much bigger is unfolding.
Like this before.
Why are you having a federal criminal lawyer sit next to you at the village board meeting? I mean, all I can say is, really? Even in Chicago?
Tiffany Henyard's decision to hire criminal defense lawyer Brinley earlier this year has thrust her into the center of a major controversy. Brinley, who was brought on after the FBI dispatched agents to the village and township, is now facing serious accusations of bribery and unethical conduct. These allegations stem from his involvement with Henyard's primary attorney, Keith Freeman, and have raised concerns about Brinley's integrity. Choosing Brinley, despite his controversial past, could prove to be a significant misstep. His previous cases, including representing R. Kelly's manager in a high-profile child pornography trial, have made him a polarizing figure within the legal community. Brinley's legal strategies have been heavily criticized, and he's faced multiple allegations of misconduct. This raises alarms about the potential impact his presence could have on Henyard's already fragile career. Brinley's reputation is tainted by his involvement in notorious criminal defense cases, leading to questions about his ethical boundaries. His defense of figures like R. Kelly's manager, accused of witness tampering and child pornography, earned him a reputation for bending or even breaking legal rules. While Brinley's legal maneuvers helped the manager avoid conviction, they also attracted widespread criticism. He has been accused of bribing authorities, encouraging false testimony, and tampering with evidence, tactics that have cast doubt on his professionalism. The growing public scrutiny surrounding Brinley's controversial career has only amplified concerns about Henyard's decision to hire him. People are now questioning what Henyard may be trying to conceal or achieve by aligning herself with such a divisive figure. The backlash is significant, with many wondering if she has placed her trust in the wrong person and what this could mean for her future in the legal profession. As the case unfolds, it is becoming clear that Henyard's decision to employ Brinley could have far-reaching consequences. Not only could it jeopardize her career, but it may also tarnish her reputation within the legal community, making this choice a defining moment for her future in the public eye.
And Robert Kelly's lawyers, Edward Jensen and Jerry Margolis, was great work.
McDavid and others knew of Kelly's contact and
Brinley, the criminal defense lawyer hired by Tiffany Henyard earlier this year following the FBI's investigation of the village and township, is now at the center of a growing controversy. Recently, he has been accused of bribery and unethical conduct, with these allegations involving his connection to Henyard's primary attorney, Keith Freeman. These accusations have raised serious questions about Brinley's integrity and his ability to operate within the law, putting his professional reputation under intense scrutiny. What makes the situation even more complicated is Tiffany's decision to hire Brinley, given his deeply tarnished past. Many see this as a potentially disastrous choice, especially considering Brinley's long history of involvement in high-profile criminal cases that have drawn widespread criticism. One of his most infamous cases was representing R. Kelly's manager in a highly publicized child pornography trial, which has cemented Brinley's reputation as a polarizing figure in the legal world. Brinley's track record is filled with questionable legal strategies and allegations of misconduct, raising even more concerns about his potential influence on Henyard's already fragile career. Throughout his career, Brinley has defended notorious figures embroiled in serious criminal charges, earning a reputation that cannot be ignored within the legal field. Henyard's decision to align herself with such a controversial figure has caused alarm. While Henyard is known for her expertise, her association with Brinley, equally notorious for his ethical lapses, has led many to question her judgment. People are now wondering whether she made a monumental mistake in hiring someone with such a controversial reputation, and whether this decision will have lasting consequences on her career. The situation grows even more troubling when considering Brinley's infamous history. Public opinion is now questioning Henyard's motivations. Is she trying to conceal something by hiring Brinley, or is she simply willing to take a massive risk by engaging a lawyer with such a checkered past? The public's growing concern stems from Brinley's involvement in defending R. Kelly's manager, who faced accusations of witness tampering and involvement in child pornography, charges that were widely publicized and heavily scrutinized. Brinley's legal maneuvers in this case helped the manager avoid conviction, but not without sparking significant criticism. His tactics included allegations of bribing authorities, encouraging false testimony, and tampering with evidence, all of which raised serious ethical questions about his methods. These troubling allegations paint a picture of a lawyer willing to bend or break the law to secure a win, regardless of the moral or legal implications. Given Brinley's controversial past and his history of defending high-profile criminal figures, many are questioning why Tiffany Henyard would choose to hire him. His past, filled with accusations of legal misconduct and unprofessional behavior, now casts a dark shadow over her professional decisions, leading to doubts about her judgment. The public is left wondering, what are Henyard's true motivations? Is she simply seeking a defense lawyer willing to push the boundaries of ethics? Or is there something more at play? As she continues to align herself with Brinley, the scrutiny around her grows. Many are left questioning what she might be trying to conceal or accomplish by bringing him into the fold. Her decision to hire him raises more questions than answers, and the growing controversy surrounding her actions is only intensifying the attention on her and her career. Adding to the complexity of the situation is Brinley's involvement in other high-profile criminal defense cases, many of which gained widespread media attention. His role in defending notorious criminal figures has often been marked by underhanded tactics, further solidifying his controversial status. As a result, there is mounting concern about what impact his representation might have on Tiffany Henyard's future in the legal profession. If Brinley is unable to avoid the legal and ethical pitfalls that have dogged him throughout his career, what does that mean for Tiffany? Could her professional reputation be irreparably tarnished by her association with him? And if so, what long-term consequences might she face? These are the critical questions being asked as the case unfolds. The legal community, along with the public, is watching closely to see how the situation will play out. Henyard's decision to employ Brinley could have lasting effects on her career. As the controversy surrounding Brinley intensifies, it becomes increasingly clear that her choice to place her trust in such a polarizing figure may have far-reaching consequences. Tiffany Henyard's decision to hire Brinley could mark a turning point in her career, with the mounting scrutiny over her judgment and the ongoing allegations against Brinley Sue.
And others agreed to pay money and cause money to be paid on Kelly's behalf to victims, witnesses, and others.
They did the right thing.
$250,000 to a minor to return a tape, $170,000 to cancel a press conference.
And this jury has exonerated Daryl McDavid and exonerated those men.
Tiffany Henyard's decision to hire Brinley as her defense lawyer has sparked significant concern due to his controversial past and reputation for aggressive legal tactics. This choice has raised questions about Henyard's priorities and decision-making, leading many to wonder whether she intends to leverage Brinley's notorious and combative strategies to navigate her growing legal troubles or if there are deeper, less transparent motives behind the move. The decision has been widely criticized as reckless and could further damage her already fragile reputation. Both local administration and Dalton residents have been vocal in questioning Henyard's judgment, especially given Brinley's history. The situation worsened when Henyard's previous legal team, the Delgado Law Group, resigned due to financial difficulties, leaving her without representation in 22 ongoing lawsuits. This has fueled rumors that Henyard's legal troubles are far more serious than she has admitted. The resignation of such a prominent firm is seen as a red flag, suggesting deeper, more complex issues within Henyard's administration that may not be fully understood by the public. Legal teams don't typically resign without significant behind-the-scenes problems, raising concerns about what's truly going on now that Brinley is leading her defense. Brinley's involvement in village board meetings alongside Henyard has only added to the worry. His history of using questionable legal tactics, such as witness manipulation and ethical violations, has left many doubting his ability to effectively protect Henyard's interests. There's growing concern that his aggressive strategies may not be enough to safeguard her in the long run, and that his involvement could ultimately deal the final blow to her already troubled political career. Speculation about Henyard's true intentions has intensified, particularly after Brinley attended exclusive executive sessions. His presence at these meetings has raised alarms about potential conflicts of interest and undue influence on village affairs. Contractors have even suggested that Brinley's participation may be improper, especially given the ongoing FBI investigation into Henyard's actions. A municipal lawyer representing 4 trusts opposing Henyard has publicly questioned the legality of Brinley's involvement, particularly if he's being paid with public funds. The lawyer has raised the possibility that such a deal could be unlawful, further complicating Henyard's already unstable position. This controversy, tied to Henyard's legal decisions and her relationship with Brinley, casts a long shadow over her time as mayor, which has already been marred by scandal and ethical questions. One of the most significant allegations against her involves financial mismanagement. Critics argue that she has mishandled public funds, leading to an erosion of trust in her leadership. These financial allegations have prompted investigations into her administration's dealings, raising concerns about potential wrongdoing. This scrutiny has sparked widespread mistrust, with many questioning her integrity and her ability to serve as a responsible public official. The combination of financial mismanagement, ongoing legal battles, and ethical concerns has created a perfect storm of controversy for Henyard. As pressure mounts, her already precarious position as mayor has become even more fragile. The public is left to wonder whether her legal and political challenges will ultimately lead to her downfall. Her decision to hire Brinley, a lawyer with such a contentious history, only fuels these concerns, raising more questions about her judgment and the true nature of her intentions. As the situation continues to unfold, Henyard's ability to navigate these legal and political challenges remains uncertain. What is clear, however, is that her tenure as mayor is now under intense scrutiny. The consequences of her decisions could have far-reaching effects on her career and reputation. How she handles this increasingly complex crisis will play a crucial role in determining her future in office and her place in the political landscape. The controversy surrounding her actions shows no sign of waning, and her political future hangs in the balance.
And Robert Kelly's lawyers, Edward Jensen and Jerry Margolis, was great work.
McDavid and others knew of Kelly's contact and
Tiffany Henyard's administration has been under intense scrutiny in recent months, particularly due to its blatant disregard for state transparency regulations. Most notably, her administration failed to comply with an order from the Illinois Attorney General's office to disclose spending records. This failure has raised serious concerns about the level of transparency in her leadership, especially after Henyard and her team initially resisted calls to release the necessary documents. This only fueled suspicions that there might be something being concealed from the public. The The truth came to light when a prominent news organization filed a lawsuit in Cook County Circuit Court to compel the release of the records. In response, a judge ordered Henyard's administration to release a significant number of documents, including credit card statements that revealed deeply troubling expenditures. These revelations sparked outrage among residents, particularly regarding a trip taken by Henyard's top aide, Keith Freeman, and other officials. The most shocking discovery was a 5-day trip to Austin, Texas in July 2023, where Freeman and 3 other township officials spent over $220,000 of taxpayer money. The lavish spending included first-class flights, upscale hotel accommodations, extravagant meals, and even personal shopping sprees. Among the receipts were charges such as $1,619 for a stay at the luxurious Fairmont Austin Hotel, $389 at Cryo Roots, and $53 for sports-related apparel, expenditures clearly unrelated to public service, leaving residents enraged and questioning the appropriateness of such lavish spending on taxpayer funds. Keith Freeman, a trusted advisor to Henyard, has been closely linked to these questionable financial decisions. He even went so far as to run interference when concerns about the administration's financial practices were raised. As calls for a federal investigation into Henyard's spending grew louder, the excessive nature of the expenditures became undeniable. But the spending spree didn't stop there. In addition to the $20,000 spent on the Austin trip, Henyard's administration also racked up another $24,275 at retailers such as Target, Walmart, and Amazon, along with other questionable charges, including $4,400 for Uber Eats, $120 for local eateries, $59 at Walgreens, and an astonishing $3,491 for a personal photographer. These revelations have deepened residents' concerns about Henyard's leadership and financial stewardship. Many feel that misusing public funds for personal luxuries constitutes a gross violation of the public trust. The situation worsened in January 2024 when a separate investigation revealed even more extravagant spending. Over $67,000 was charged to the township credit cards for out-of-town purchases and travel during the first 5 months of 2023. Yet this wasn't the most alarming aspect of the revelations. A closer examination of Dalton's credit card bills uncovered numerous charges for vacations to high-end destinations like New York, Atlanta, and Portland, further highlighting the apparent misuse of taxpayer dollars. The extent of the spending, coupled with the complete lack of transparency and accountability, has raised serious questions about Henyard's judgment and whether she has been abusing her position for personal gain. As these financial discrepancies continue to surface, both residents and political opponents are calling for increased scrutiny and accountability. The pressure on Henyard to explain these expenditures has become a defining issue in her tenure as mayor. But this is not the only controversy surrounding her administration. Keith Freeman, a top aide and trusted advisor, has also been involved in running interference as financial issues and documents have arisen, adding to the growing scandal. Things took a darker turn when newly surfaced documents revealed that Henyard had rented 3 luxury SUVs for personal use at a cost exceeding $374, further exposing dubious spending patterns within her administration. When asked about the cost of her lavish travels, Henyard denied culpability, claiming she had nothing to do with the credit card transactions, despite ample evidence showing that she was responsible for the exorbitant expenditures. As the financial condition of the village continues to worsen, public opinion of Henyard's leadership has deteriorated. Her apparent lack of fiscal prudence has led to calls for greater transparency, especially regarding unresolved licensing concerns that have forced the closure of numerous local businesses, including the Lauren Gardner Trucking Company. Gardner won his case in his favor, denying charges of selling alcohol without a license, but believes the action against him may have been driven by hidden agendas. He asserts that company owners were pressured to provide $3,500 to the village when Henyard took office, casting further doubt on the administration's moral integrity. Henyard's responses to the GROW